Gérard Griset, 4 chants pour franchir le seuil, is clearly considered as one of the masterworks of the 90s. Every time I listen to this very specific work, there is some sort of mystery around the Griset piece, which you can also identify in the very late works by Beethoven, his 9th Symphony, the great C major symphony by Schubert, and many, many others. Gérard Griset left us at a very young age. He was only 52 when he passed away in 98, and this piece has been finished and completed in 98. And ironically, it is, how he said himself, it's a musical meditation about different forms of death. It has 4 parts where he's talking about the deaths of like an angel, the death of society, the death of humanity, etc. So there's 4 movements where various aspects or perception of death are described with beautiful interludes, that it's like you're marching from one station in your life to the next one. And of course, we all talk about Gérard Griset as one of the masters of the so-called spectralism aesthetic, but of course, but there's a lot more about this music. There's unbelievably an amount of depth in this music. And what I love is that there is a very strong sense of the ear of the composer, which is very connected to what actually speaks. It's music that is very meaningful as interpreters to play, because it is so rich on a human level. The spectralism simply indicates that there is a strong awareness in the compositional textures about the overtone series. This composer is, especially in his latest work, is aiming for what I describe as resonance. And there's sort of human resonance that really rings with us within our bodies. It's music that is very physical. He aims to really find a synthesis in between the singing, the vocal quality of the soprano, and the instruments. So it's sometimes that the instruments seem to be even more singing than the human voice, and sometimes the human voice completely immerses itself in the texture of these beautiful, ringing, lush, sonorous images that he composed and left with us. I wouldn't call it a testament, but it is something like a tombeau. I'm also thinking about the Tombeau de Couperin by Ravel, where this very sophisticated sense of sadness is conveyed, and it's music that is very close to my heart, and it's music that is very close to the hearts of our wonderful musicians at the Ensemble. It's part of our DNA, ADN, comme on dit en français. It's part of our system, and it's always a great pleasure to re-encounter that music on an individual human level.